It has been 4 months since I have gone thrifting, and that is wild. I think this is the longest break I've taken from thrift stores in 7 years of being a reseller. It's wild. Anyways, I don't have the baby today. I left the baby at home with her father, and they're going to have a fun day today. And I came down to LA. I'm going to have a day to myself. There's a truck honking. Welcome to LA. I'm going to take the day to myself. I'm going to hit up some thrift stores, see if I can find anything really good to flip. If not, it's totally fine. I'm just kind of going to enjoy the day in the thrifts today. Maybe find some stuff for myself, the little one, maybe Robert. We'll see what I get up to, but I wanted to take you along, and yeah, let's go check it out. Okay, so store number one should be no surprise. It is a Goodwill. Had to go to one of my favorite Goodwills to see if I could find anything good. First up, I went to the jackets. I just spotted this Lafayette 148, an expensive brand, but definitely doesn't resell well for me. I think red is the color of the week. I'm going to show you right here. So even at $2, I wasn't going to pick this up because it's just kind of too common that I find that. This is a brand I have never found. It looked like an interesting style, and there was like a buckle that kind of felt heavy, and it was kind of one of those that this is either like something super cheap or something super expensive, but it looks like the comps are pretty low. So I passed on it, but hopefully someone finds it and gets it for themselves because I thought it kind of had a little bit of an avant-garde vibe to it. All right, and one of my favorite brands to find is Sundance. So I spotted this label. It's just a velvet blazer, and while I'm sure there's someone out there that would want it, I just don't think it's the Sundance that I like to pick up, which is more of the kind of the boho vibe. So I decided to pass on this, but I do like picking up this brand at times. This one was interesting to me because I saw the Coca-Cola and just thought it was something kind of generic, but then I saw the label for Desigual. I might not be saying it correct, but we all know what I mean. Anyways, so I did look this up. It looks like it has sleeves on a lot of the ones that there are sold comps for. And some of the sold comps are pretty decent, but I decided I was going to pass on it because it just wasn't the vibe I was really wanting to pick up that day. I think price point, I maybe could have gotten 30 to 40 for it. So yeah. Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite pieces at this store. I've sold this designer once before. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I did just show the label. Maybe I'll write it on the screen as well. This is kind of a cool vest. It's got some buttons on the back. It's semi-sheer. It's just a cool vibe. And this brand does pretty well. So I might be able to get maybe 100 for this. I'll have to do more research on comps, but I'm going to keep thrifting. But before I thrift anymore, I am just going to pause for the sponsor of today's video, which is Upside, and tell you how I use the app. The very first step I need to do is claim an offer on the app. So I'm just pulling up that app to show you how easy it is to claim an offer. Usually if I'm in LA, I choose from multiple options and choose kind of the best price. In my small town, there's one gas station that I can use. So I'm going to claim that offer and head that direction. And at that point, everything is kind of normal of just filling your tank like you normally would. You've already claimed the offer. Your card is connected to the app that you're going to use at the gas station, and you pump as normal. So it is a breezy day in Tehachapi, but I'm just going to wait for my tank to fill up. I was almost on E, so I definitely needed a lot of gas. And even though I'm not driving as much right now, I still do need to go take the little one to doctor's appointments. And at some point I will thrift again. And of course I'll share that on this channel. But some of the things that I love about Upside that you've heard me talk about, there are over 100,000 gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants on the Upside app. And that means getting cash back is always just right around the corner. And yes, it's real cash back. There's no confusing rewards, points, or credits. It's just actual money that you can transfer straight to your bank account. And honestly, it's so easy. People can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other product. And this includes loyalty programs and credit card rewards. So $1 million in cash back is being earned by users every week. And I am just a small fraction of that. But again, I love using Upside. I have for the last couple years, and I will continue to use them as long as they're around because it's just so easy. Top Upside earners are making as much as $300 a month. To find out how much you could earn, click the link in the description to download Upside and use code COMMONTAGS to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas.
or scan the QR code here to claim this offer. So I'm finishing up, filling up my tank, and I need to get back home to relieve the babysitter. But I did just want to say a big thank you to Upside for sponsoring another video. I love them. I love eating out and getting cash back. I love getting gas and getting cash back. And I know you guys will too. So I definitely think you need to try out this free app to get cash back as well.
Okay, back to thrifting. So I spotted this new with tags, Joe's jacket. Joe's Jeans is a pretty expensive brand at department stores. This probably retailed for a couple $100, but I do not pick this up anymore. It was a good size, and again, it was new with tags. I kind of thought about maybe picking it up for myself. The sleeves were kind of fun and different, but I decided to pass. Okay, next up, I spotted this St. John jacket. I really liked it because it was red. It had, you know, the unique buttons, but they had this marked up. I want to say this was $20. Yeah, pretty steep, not on sale. And with this material, I was kind of suspecting maybe there was a flaw. So I did look a little bit closer, and sure enough, there was definitely some like wear to it, like maybe a moth hole. So I passed on that. All right, next up, I spotted this. It looks like vintage a Goldie. I'm actually not sure if it's vintage. I don't know the exact year, and I couldn't find this tag with a quick search, but it's kind of this longer duster cardigan, very heavy. Again, a Goldie jeans. I thought it was like more of a recent brand, but I don't know. Let me know down below if you guys have seen that a Goldie label before. I decided to pass on it, but let me show you some of the things I did get. Okay, so fair warning, I got a couple things for the child, and I'm rolling my eyes because I found this little North Face jacket. It's reversible. It's red patent leather on one side, and it's like this black little velvet on the inside. It's absolutely adorable. It's too big for her, but I could not leave it behind. I think it's a 4T, so she won't fit into this for a couple years, but I could not pass it up. I thought it was so adorable and actually has decent comps. So even if I decide to resell it, I should be able to maybe get $40 for it, which is great. I also saw these little overalls. I don't think these are vintage, but they are adorable. They have a little bit of lace on the bottom. They're little Oshkosh short overalls. I think these are also a little too big for her, but again, couldn't pass it up. What can I say? I am a new mom, and it's fun to shop for her. Here's that vest that I already showed you. The designer, again, I'll have to look up comps, but I'm thinking I might be able to get definitely somewhere between 50 and 100 for this. So I just think a lot of this designer's pieces are pretty unique, and this is just a really nice, I mean, obviously it doesn't go with my outfit right now. That's funny to even try it on, but just showing you size-wise that I think it's a decent size as well. And I really, really do like the button detail on the back. And this was actually a really fun piece as well, style-wise, and a new designer for me. So I'm showing it on the screen. I don't know how to pronounce that, but how unique are the arms, and when it's stretched out, it's kind of, again, like it's like an avant-garde piece as well. So I'm excited to get this on the mannequin and see how it does, but a quick glance, the comps look pretty decent. So I decided to grab that. And then I think the last piece I grabbed was this orange dress, literally a print of oranges. It's kind of got a retro vibe to it. I've sold this brand before, which I think it's Ava Rose. And I think the comps for this are right around that $50 mark. So I decided to grab it, and yeah, we'll see how it does. Here's that tag. But I think it was worth picking up. I think it was a size XL as well. Oh, I guess I grabbed something for myself. This is an Athleta sports bra, size XL. I am breastfeeding at the moment, so I don't necessarily need this right now, but for, you know, me, I really like the color, and yeah. Okay, so time to check out and head to the next store. This store, it's always been hit or miss for me, but I have found a few decent things here. So I immediately start in the like sweater jacket area, just because fall is coming pretty quick. But just next to me is the baby area, and I made the mistake of heading over there and found a few things for Bryce. So I'm not reselling these quite yet. This is an adorable little green corduroy Carter's little dress. I thought that would be really cute for this fall for her. I love this little blue kind of ruffly. It's not really a onesie, but it's super cute.
These she can all wear in probably about 5-6 months, so not quite yet. This one's adorable. It's kind of a corduroy floral. This one I think she could probably wear pretty soon in the next month or two. So absolutely adorable. And then this is probably my favorite pickup for her. This is like a little snowsuit. I didn't recognize the brand. It's called Primary. And it wasn't priced too high, but they do sell this at Nordstrom currently online for I think $50 or $60. So hopefully she can wear this at least 1 or 2 times this upcoming winter, but absolutely adorable. I also found this, which they only really cost like $10, but I thought to try it out for her for $3. It's kind of this like water tummy time mat. You fill it with water and then like little fish inside move around. Anyways, I just picked that up for her as well. Here is a Baltic Born velvet wrap dress. And Baltic Born has done well for me in the past, but they had this marked up because it was new with tags and the comps didn't justify the marked up price. So I left that behind. I also spotted this bin of t-shirts. They were all new with tags or like new in this packaging. The brand was called True Classic and they were just like men's basic tees. Robert's always on the lookout for decent t-shirts. He wears a lot of t-shirts. So I decided to grab a couple for him. I grabbed this gray basic one and then I also grabbed like a greenish color one. And so far he seems to like them, which is good. They cost $5 a piece. And if I stop by there and they have more of them, I'll probably pick up a couple more since they were pretty affordable and just, you know, really great basics. I was over in a different jacket section and I spotted 2 girls who looked at this exact jacket. And when I finally got over to that side, I decided to take a look. Both girls were like, oh, this would be great. We love this, but neither of them picked it up. So I thought maybe it was marked up, but it's not priced terribly there. I've tried to sell this style of leather jacket multiple times and the comps can sometimes be good. Like I think comps for this are like 50 to 60, but honestly, they're so bulky to store and I just decided to pass. So yeah. Okay, that was really fun to shop even though I didn't get anything to resell. However, right when I was checking out, right behind the register, there was a bag and I was like, oh, that looks adorable. So I asked if I could see it and it's a Myra bag, which I have sold a couple of these before. This was new with tags. They were asking $19.99. I just figured new, adorable. This is something I could put some diapers in and it's a crossbody and I just think it's adorable. So I grabbed it for myself. So basically I got myself something. I got the baby a few things. I got Robert a couple things and I got nothing to resell, but at least it was fun to get in there and buy a few things. So, okay, walking into, I think this is store number 3. This store is hit or miss for me as well, but I've also found a few decent things. So I'm excited to see if I can find anything. Right off the bat in the jacket section, I found this Rebecca Minkoff. I honestly used to get excited to find this brand when I first started reselling 7 years ago. And these days I almost always pass on it. I did like this style. I thought the little details were cute, but these do not sell well for me. I think they just have a lower end line these days that just doesn't resell well. This was a really cute plaid shirt that if it were my size, I probably would have just grabbed it for me, but it was just a little too small. Really love the colors on this. I'm excited for fall. Current Elliott is pricey retail, but does not resell well for me, so I wasn't gonna pick it up to flip. All right, I walked over back to a new cart that was just rolled out. I love finding the little odds and ends, and I thought this was pretty cute. It looked vintage. I did look it up, and it looks like some of these sell for $10 to $20, but definitely not worth it for me to pick up this day. I found these little, like this game. I love picking up games for Robert and I to play. This was like a kid's game, but I don't want to hold on to something for years for her. I'm sure I'll find a lot of good kid stuff, so I passed on that. Here's a little bobblehead. I think I looked this one up too. I think it's the Mets. So I passed on it. The comps weren't good enough. But again, I just love the little tchotchkes in these areas and just browsing. Here's like another vintage item that I found, which I thought was pretty cool. Again, looked it up pretty quickly. But yeah, it's like a mini vintage sewing type thing. Anyways, I passed. Went back over to clothing. Here's a beige sweater, and I could see some pilling right off the bat on the front. So I knew I wasn't going to get it, but just out of curiosity, I looked at the tag. It was one of the $2 items that day, which still doesn't make it worth it for me, but hopefully someone can maybe grab it and just, take a depill type of thing to it. So I'm just browsing around a little bit longer. I'm not finding much at this store, which is disappointing, but it was good to pop in. I did find this smart wool. I did used to really like picking up smart wool, but the more recent items I've picked up haven't sold all that well for me. So I quickly looked up comps, and sure enough, the comps just weren't lining up for me this day. But hopefully someone can grab it because it looked like it was in decent condition. But that is it for my thrift with me today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to go out soon again without the baby as a little break. But be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.